Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Virgo. If Virgo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading for Virgo. And our card tonight is the Queen of Wands. Okay, and let's go ahead and see what these tea leaves have to say. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Okay. Oh, so we have a 48 right here. 4, 8, 48. Oh, you know what? It looks like 4, 2, 8. 4, 2, 8. 428. Ooh, and we have a bit of a little devil head here. You can see the little horns, the eyes, the mouth. We'll come back to that. Oh, look at this one. It looks like we have 8 and a 4. So we have 84, so kind of backwards there. Now does it have a 2? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have 428, 428, and we have 84. We also have that little devil. We have what looks like a skull maybe. The eyes, the nose, the mouth. We have Pudgy out here. Now, I just had an ordeal outside. While I was doing my first reading, I heard some loud noises outside. And now we live pretty rural now. And it was a sound I haven't heard yet, right? And when I finished up, I went outside and it's very dark because it's the new moon. And I was looking around. There are a lot of frogs singing and I can hear the geese kind of way off. And all of a sudden a cat comes out of nowhere and my heart jumped. I absolutely was freaked out. Well, the other cat, my cats inside, they're indoor. They must have caught a whiff or they saw the thing or whatever, but they are just going wild now. They were pretty ticked off that I was out there with some strange cat in the middle of the night. We just absolutely have this kind of devil energy here. Now we have another face here. Here's the nose, the mouth, the eye, kind of a little horn again. And then up here we have, it looks like the head of a goat. So to me, we absolutely have some kind of, I don't know what subversive energy, maybe like some kind of taboo energy. Maybe this is a person who is close to you. Maybe this is a beloved, a lover, a good friend, something. But when you two get together, when you're spending time together, talking a lot, I feel like there's a sense of stepping outside of your kind of hyper awareness of self and others and your environment, that which us Virgos tend to have, right? And I feel like there's a kind of a being able to kind of stop thinking about all that and getting into the moment, really feeling the sensation and the excitement of life maybe going out, partying, dancing, seeing new things, tasting new foods, being close to somebody who you adore. Now, this maybe is not your, primary person or your, like a spouse. It could be. But I feel like this is somebody who kind of comes and goes in your life. I don't think that they're always around. And I don't think that you are sad about that. Not because you don't love them. I think you do. But I think that kind of living is not sustainable for you. It's nice to have a reprieve from the norm. But this is somebody who I just don't see you having, like a real long-term and domestic relationship with. Now, maybe you have tried, and maybe this is one of those people, that you have moments where you're together and then you kind of break up, and you have another relationship, and then somehow you kind of float back into each other's lives, and it's kind of this reoccurring thing over the years and decades. But, I feel like they're around here somewhere. If you are seeing them right now, or if it will be coming pretty soon. And I feel like there is kind of this shift in energy in your life where, you're kind of more open to this. I think you are more agreeable. Now, most of the time, I think it's just not even really a consideration. You have a lot going on. You're busy. You're focused. You're doing your thing. You don't have time for that kind of dalliance, really. Not often. And I don't know what it is that is kind of got you open and very, willing to invite them in. But I do. And I feel like it's kind of, when you are feeling this way, it's almost kind of like the bat signal going on. They can tell. They can feel it. They're on their way, traveling time and space to find you. And so I do. I feel like this is going to be an exciting, maybe a couple of weeks, a few months, whatever it is. Now, we have this fertility symbol, a very phallic one, you can see. And I feel like this is a time where I feel like it's a purging. It's kind of like a sacrifice of things that don't belong. The thing about Virgos is that and I'm saying we because I am a Virgo, right? And we have this tendency of doing these massive clean outs of our life. We tidy up, we declutter. Now, this is really the things that we have, but as well as our relationships with people that have kind of faded away or gone south, or just, you're hanging on and you don't really know why. We go through these phases. We like a nice factory reset every once in a while. But then, Virgos are like the ultimate gatherers. We are really out there like foraging for stuff to fill our life with, right? Our hobbies, our passions, the people we have around us, even our houses. You can always tell when you walk into a Virgo's house, it's just decorated with, I feel like most Virgos are maximalists, right? We have a lot of things, a lot of tchotchkes and textures and patterns and colors and it doesn't have to be all those things. I know some Virgos are very earthy and have kind of plain, but still there are textures and little decorations and whatever. So I feel like this is a time where you have been kind of, I think, cleaning out your life, and you're kind of in this new place. I feel like you feel in a way like I'm starting over again. It's maybe emotionally, maybe spiritually, maybe quite actually in your physical world. But excuse me. But with this energy coming back in, I feel like there's so much creativity and excitement, and I can almost imagine you like going to like the flea market or an antiques place, or somewhere, garage sales. And I have these on my mind because I went to my first garage sale this last weekend, and I don't mean my first ever, I mean of the season, right? Where I live in the Midwest, the upper Midwest, we're real serious about garage selling. And so the season kind of started when I had moved a few weeks prior to last week, and I was really sad about it. But I got out there last weekend, and yes, it was wonderful. It was excellent. Thankfully, it didn't bring too much home at all. But so I can imagine that you will be going out into the world, maybe with this person. I feel like this is another person that likes to look for special objects as well. And so I feel just a sense of kinship, a sense of, belonging right by the side of your friend, of your beloved, of your kin here. And just, having these kind of easy conversations and having, days filled with things that you both like to do. And now here's the other part of it though. I'm seeing no. This one doesn't say no, but it has though. But yes, I feel like this is a situation where you are not going to be telling like your family or your good friends, maybe one good friend, but this is a person that whenever you bring up that you're talking to them again, or God forbid, you're seeing them again. Why are you doing that? And I'm saying this from the perspective of one of your mom or something, right? This is a person that everybody just kind of cringes when they're, okay, so you're talking again, are you? And it's just something that you don't want to deal with. You don't want other people's judgments. Virgos, as much as we like to help and be of service to the ones we love and to people in general, and we get into these dynamics of relationships where we're very close, and it feels like, yeah, we could tell people how we're feeling and maybe give them some advice or share a story or whatever. We really do not take criticism too well, especially about our love decisions, about our partnerships, about the people we spend our time with, our friendships, right? I don't want to hear it from anybody. It's nobody's business. Even if I tell you about the whole dang thing, don't you dare tell me what you think about it, unless it fits into my paradigm, right? And I'm being silly, but at the same time kind of true, right? So I can imagine this is a thing where it's like you're not embarrassed about it, and really I don't think you care that much, but you also don't want to go through the hassle and the drama of having to explain yourself, or anybody being involved where they shouldn't be or whatever. So, I could see you kind of going about this a little bit on the hush hush. Now your friend here who has that devil energy, I don't feel like they're, super like here to out you, or they're gonna like, put the relationship status on your Facebook or whatever. But I think that they like to be a little bit of a trickster, a little bit of that kind of ornery energy. And I could see them kind of maybe being, like they're going to reveal a little more than you want people to know about. But they might not. Maybe they will. I don't know. I just know that this is something that it's fun. It is exciting. I don't know that it's very lasting though. I think this is one of those ones where it's like, if this could work, we would be unstoppable. But it doesn't. It doesn't in the long term, you know? Maybe it's just too fiery, too hot, too passionate and volatile all at the same time. All right, let's take a look over here. Now we have a spider. We have people dancing. We have two people under the sun. We also have a motorcycle. Feels like maybe, oh, and we have a little wand, like a fairy godmother type of wand. All right. I feel like you're just really attracted to these kind of rebels, aren't you? But we have under the sun, so there's a sense of any illusion kind of being, you know, just dissolved. Absolute illumination. The sun does not let anything hide. So we have the phone as well. So I feel like it's almost a sense of, maybe somebody else getting involved. I feel like this is almost kind of like one of their other relationships or one of your other relationships. And kind of, you know, like an ex or somebody maybe you have a kid with or they have a kid with or whatever. And I feel like it's going to get messy, messy, messy here. I feel like there's this game of telephone going around, information being distorted, a headache. I feel like with the wand, it's almost this feeling of like just disappearing, right? Wanting to disappear. Wave that wand and I will disappear. I'm going to go to some tropical beach, right? But I do feel like with that spider up there, you know, this is the grandmother. This is the weaver of dreams. This is, you know, maybe something not too dissimilar from Nuit, right? The mother of the sky, or grandmother of the sky, or, you know, both. And so I feel at the same time as this messy, messy messness coming about, there's a sense of, you know, weaving your own dreams, living in those beautiful fantasies and being able to kind of travel into that sensation, that feeling, letting yourself be a little enchanted for a while. And ultimately, like I said, you know, we're Virgos. We don't really care what people think. To me, I don't care what somebody thinks. I just don't like, I don't like somebody being critical to me. I'll get my feelings hurt. I'll cry, but it's more about the fact that somebody will come out of the woodwork, or, you know, somebody that I know will have the audacity to like talk to me sideways. Not what they're talking about though. Because ultimately, I really don't care what anybody thinks about anything. Are there crickets? Are there crickets? Okay, I do care what, you know, some people think about some things, right? But ultimately, yeah, not too much. And, but it's like the way you approach me. It sets something off of me. I'm sensitive. I can admit that. But, you know, I feel like it's like, you're not too bothered by it, but it's the inconvenience that we don't like as Virgos. The inconvenience of people talking and thinking that they have some place in our life to get involved. Like, you are too familiar. You think that this is a place for you to speak on something that has nothing to do with you. No. So I could feel I can feel that. I can understand that. And ultimately, though, you know, as long as you are happy or at least at ease and safe, being safe, whatever that means to you, right? Being safe, then, you know, and many blessings on your head, right? And that's what it is. That's what it ultimately comes down to. Now we have that Queen of Wands energy, and yeah, the love, the passion, it absolutely illuminates you. Yeah. All right, let's see. Poor Pudgy. He's like, where's that cat at? Pudgy is like the lion on Wizard of Oz. And I know I keep talking about the cats on my readings. Some of you have not seen my cats yet. And I call my cats, they are my companions, my life companions, my beloveds. And so they haven't been on the readings for a while because I moved studios, and I'm not set up yet in a way that I feel comfortable having them in here. And it's been kind of nice not being distracted by them knocking stuff over all the time. I have to get more comfortable before I can get them back in here causing chaos. But yeah, so poor Pudgy. I know he wants to come say hello. Pretty soon though. All right, so we have the Wild Offering Oracle cards. These are a 52 card deck on giving it all to God. And I really like these ones. I really do. Let's see. So we're just going to, and look at the artwork. It's so pretty. The beautiful Ganesh. All right, I'm going to flip through and stop where it feels right. Not drop these. I'm not used to holding these big ones. We've been using the little ones for quite a while. Okay, it says self-acceptance. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. Yeah. This is something I think about a lot. And I try to talk about it in the readings from time to time. But just the profound idea. If you could imagine a period of time in your life where you weren't trying to change something, right? Where you just were accepting and happy, in love with, just embracing yourself. You weren't, you know, for me, I always think of like, I'm trying to, you know, like get more healthy, have more stamina, agility, you know, lose weight, be a kinder person all the time. You know, I'm not kind enough, even though I feel like, you know, whatever, I'm not going to get, but just constantly thinking, oh, I need to do more therapy, different kinds of therapy, if I could just adjust this thing and that thing. And maybe if I, you know, it's just so many things, so many aspects. If I could manage my time better, I have ADHD, by the way. If I could manage time better, or if I could control my emotions more, because I have CPTSD from, you know, developmental trauma and childhood trauma. And yeah, and these things are important to work on. I'm not saying they're not. And I do every day. I've been in so much therapy and, you know, and so many different kinds of plans and, you know, lofty goals and all of this. And I just wonder what it would be like once in a while to just be okay, to just be in it, to be in myself and not trying to move this way, that way, change something, tinker with something, you know? Gosh, how profound that might be. So now I gotta change myself to get to that. Right? Oh. All right. Anyways, Virgo, I love you. I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out, and it is free to subscribe. If you would like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all, and they mean the world to me. Excuse me, we've just hit 40K recently, so yay, and that's so exciting. I'm just amazed that it's not even the channel. It's awesome that the channel is getting bigger, the numbers are going up and stuff, but to me it's like this collective of energy that I have been so blessed to be a part of. I can't even like wrap my head around it. It feels so special, and I am so happy that we all get to share that with one another. And I look in the comments and I see you all talking to each other, and you know, just really being so brave and open and sharing your experiences and your trials and tribulations and your loves and, memories and things. And, it's just, you'll never understand fully, because we never can, right? How much that helps other people. And so I thank you for that. And I thank you for letting me share parts of myself as well. I'm trying to reel it in a little bit. I know I can talk about myself and my stuff more than maybe other people like, or that I should. But, it's kind of just in my nature. I like to share. I like to share where I'm coming from, because I want you to know that even though I'm a sensitive little scaredy cat most of the time, in IRL or IRL, right? Here I feel brave enough that I can let you see, my soul, and let you see my histories, and let you see, me be a silly wreck like I mostly am, right? And so I love you all for that, and I thank you. And I thank you for showing parts of yourself to us as well, myself and the collective here. All right, Virgo, I'm off to bed. It's bedtime, so I love you, and take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a couple days. Good night, good night, good night.